Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to my talk, Loss in Processing. And the quote I had on my abstract was, if I had more time, I would have written a shorter letter. So there's kind of an oxymoron in there, and I'd like to unpack that today. So that quote kind of encapsulates my day job. Uh, my name's Saad. I'm a technical documentation engineer for Up42, which is a geospatial data marketplace. And my background is as a mechanical and a space systems, well, satellite engineer. But I think over time, I'm a huge fan of everything to do with space, but I realized all the interesting things seem to be happening back down here on Earth. So my role is to translate like our vast array of like our amazing, actionable geospatial data products to a wider audience. And so my job is to translate like complex concepts like optical imagery, processing levels, and then making them understandable and usable. So jumping into our next session. So whenever you see a satellite image, it's never just a picture. It's a product of multiple levels of processing, multiple stages of processing, and different use cases are going to need different ingredients, different levels of processed ingredients that you need for your recipe. So food usually tastes best from raw ingredients, but not everyone's a master chef. Um, but the reality is, as you can see here, that the standards for these processing levels are a mess. Uh, at 42, we have a massive catalog of geospatial imagery, but each of them comes with their own constellation of processing levels. And this is kind of a huge headache for our end users who want to use our data at the end of the day. And maybe it's an oversimplification, but most of our users fall on the spectrum where they're probably looking for data that's ready to plug and play, like a ready cooked meal, like so down here at the bottom. Whereas like application developers, expert users need raw ingredients. They already have a deep understanding of what they want and what they need, and sometimes it's a really hard even for an advanced user to tell where they lie on the spectrum between these two levels. So our solution for this, so we had to meet our users halfway. Uh, so we developed like a broad, consistent definitions for our optical processing levels, namely the radiometric and geometric processing levels. And yeah, the lightning talk doesn't allow me to go into the specifics of this, but feel free to check out the Up42 documentation hub to find out more. But yeah, this allows us to create like a processing matrix. This is what I like to call it. I think it sounds cool. And this is like our internal Rosetta Stone for processing levels. So consistently maps all our imagery processing levels to like a common language. So it's not perfect. It has a few gaps, but the it's been an absolute game changer in user uptake. It's been an absolute game changer in users adopting this. So it's really helped us out here. Um, so we're not writing the recipe for users. We're making sure we're correctly labeling the ingredients. So this is not an Up42 problem. I think this is not a Saad problem. It's like standardization, I think, is the heart of this community. And clear, simple processing levels means greater interplay between different data products, different applications, and fostering true collaboration. So I kind of invite all of you to take a little more time, think about your work, think about your end users and how they're going to be used. Where can we take a little more time so that we can write a slightly shorter letter? So as a newcomer to the industry, I haven't been made to feel like a tourist, and I really appreciate that. And I hope to hear from you how we can steer this further. Our solution is not something I want to prescribe to everyone. I feel like everyone has to take into account their circumstances, their end users, but maybe there's a world where we can kind of come together with this. So please connect with me on LinkedIn, check out our company. We're also currently hiring. HR department asked me to remind you guys, and have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you.